Colton, the opportunity to tell him more about it. He opened up that piece of his heart, and he was able to finally see what Colton was talking about.
Thank you.
Yes. The way a kid that young could see all these things was also where it made the wife believe was when he started describing when the mother had a miscarriage, and then so she broke down into tears, and then she believed too. So I feel like it's a process.
Yeah, she too. I think she also had this trust and really didn't believe in it. She was just trying to keep the family together and not think about. So God also revealed that to her son. So her son will tell her that. So through that, she also come closer and believe, and truly believe to her friends, because that was impossible for the child to know at that point. So, anyone has any takeaway from the movie?
I also wanted to add on to what Ephraim said, and there are some things that God does for us, and some things that He shows us that cannot be explained logically. That's why the pastor was asking for answers from the psychologist, but she didn't believe it, so she couldn't give any answers to him. And then there are some things that some plans that God has for us that we can't really explain it logically, but all we have to do is have faith in Him and then wait it out to see what will happen.
Thank you.
Going back to what he said, it's very surprising when our faith sort of tested, how we tackle it and everything that happens during that time. It's
how easily we break when something really happens all of a sudden.
Yeah, it was really important because every day our faith is tested in school, workplaces, and how we tackle it matters.
Thank you. Amazing.
Continuing off of what he said, when you were watching the movie, the one scene where Colton was first admitted to the hospital, and then they found out his appendix burst, so he was dying. You saw the father walk into the church room, and then he started having an argument with God. So, when he had broken his leg earlier, he didn't question God. When he had to pass his kidney stones, he didn't question God. When he was falling behind on his bills and everything, he didn't question God. But when Colton was dying, that's when his faith started to shake.
Yeah.
So that was the point of the movie where it was showing in his adversity, his faith was wavering at that point. I feel like these tests that we go through, they show our true love and conviction to the Word and to God's plan. Because he didn't know what God had in store for Colton. He just, in the moment, he just felt like he was losing his son.
Pastor, this kind of reminds me of a story in one of the parables where I believe a rich man, he had a farm, he was rich, Job, right? And then Satan, I think, talked to God and was like, you know what, let me let all these diseases and farming and hunger come on him. And if he truly believes it, if he's truly a faithful servant, he's not going to turn away from you. That kind of tells me the same thing too, God is going to test our faith, and if we see how strong we are in him. So I believe with Job, it got to a point where he was angry at God, and if I'm wrong, please correct me, Pastor. And I believe he started talking to God, and then what was God's answer to him?
God revealed the whole universe to him.
I don't think he was angry at God.
He was wavering, I think.
No, because he kept his faith strong through the story, as I misinterpret. The only person who was wavering was his wife.
Yeah, and his friends around him.